Hi, second grade scientists. Today we're going to talk about the vocabulary that goes with our next unit of study, make it matter. Matter is everything around you that takes up space. So let's take a look at this picture. What objects do you see? And is that matter? A solid is a state of matter that has its own shape, weight, and volume. So, examples of a solid would be plastic, metal, and wood. Can you see an example of a solid in this picture? A liquid is a state of matter that does not have its own shape, but takes the shape of the container it is in. So if you look at this glass of milk, the milk takes the shape of the glass that it was poured in. It has its own defined weight and volume, and examples of liquids are milk and water. Can you see any examples of liquids in this picture? Gas is a state of matter that does not have its own defined shape, weight, or volume, and examples of gases are oxygen and air. Do you see any examples of gases in this picture? Observations is another key word that we will be using in this unit. And an observation is something we can describe using our five senses. And our five senses are our sight, our hearing, our taste, our touch, and our smell. And we always, as careful scientists, want to ask first before we taste. Yes, that is correct. Properties are physical characteristics of an object. So a solid has rigid properties, it has a fixed shape, it has a fixed volume, it cannot be squashed. A liquid is not rigid, it has no fixed shape, it does have a fixed volume and also cannot be squashed. And a gas is not rigid, no fixed shape, no fixed volume, and can be squashed. So, we're going to be learning more about solids, liquids, and gases. But before we do that, today we are going to sort these items into categories. So, the first one is breath. So, is breath a solid, a liquid, or a gas? The second one is chocolate bar. Is a chocolate bar a solid, a liquid, or a gas? The third one is helium. Is helium a solid, a liquid, or a gas? Next we have juice. Is juice a solid, a liquid, or a gas? Is a book a solid, a liquid, or a gas? We have hard-boiled egg, bubbles, milkshake, and raw eggs. So, Super Squirrel scientists, you are going to be sorting these into categories. We know that scientists solve problems, so how will you do this? Will you write it down on a piece of paper? Will you print it out and cut it out and label it? How will you decide how to turn in your work? Let's problem solve, scientists. Off you go.